On today's episode of I'm a Psychic Private Shaman, I'm going to talk about homeless people in America. I'm homeless in America. I don't have a car. I have to walk everywhere. So I'm finding it hard to get a job in America. I fill out lots of job applications on the internet, but the places are far away, and to walk to the businesses would take hours. There's lots of military personnel that's homeless. The last motel I stayed at was full of them. I know that military personnel has different kind of problems than normal people. They're abused strangely in the military, and that they don't like to be trapped in small places, or told what to do. The last homeless shelter I went to, I psychic viewed it with an angel of divine love, and they told me that when ex-military personnel was in the homeless shelter they built like that for them, that they all tried to kill themselves, and they all started freaking out. And that homeless shelter was built like a high security prison. Your cell phones didn't work inside. Your internet didn't work inside. It had the latest security features. Some people might think, well, if they're cold and starving, they'd go to the homeless shelter. Not if they have problems where they think they're dying. If they're trapped in small places or told what to do. I don't know anything about the military, and I don't want to know anything about the military. I think that they rape women. I think that they trick women to sign up for the military, and then the military personnel uses those women for sexual reasons. I'm a woman. I'm a reincarnated angel, and I'm an angel of vanity. There's nothing about the military that I find attractive in any way. I personally think that men start wars, rich men, just to get rid of all the attractive men. I personally think that rich men start wars just to get rid of all the young, attractive men. So there's nothing about the military I like, but I do like helping homeless people out. And it's pretty easy. They need jobs. I'm I'm going back over to my grandmother's house today, and she's real abusive. She wants me to stay with her to save money for a car and a new apartment, but she's so abusive that I can't stay with her for very long. So I don't know if the military personnel has that same problem with their families. She's really controlling, and I'm a grown adult that's lived on my own for almost 40 years. She wants to know everything you're doing, everyone you're talking to. She wants to know everything you're doing. She wants to know everyone you're talking to. She hides my things. So I have lived with her before, and I can only live with her for a short period of time, even though I know that saving money is in my best interest. So I know for a fact that homeless shelters are too strict for lots of people, especially for ex-military personnel. Like the angel told me when I said he'd be the last homeless shelter, they try to kill themselves to get out. Lots of people think that death is a better alternative than some things. Well, a few years ago they had the thing on the news where a military person died in jail. He had a heart attack because a bunch of guards, jumped on top of him. So he had a personalized problem where he didn't like anybody crowding him in, and he got so worked up that he actually died. If you're a psychic private shaman, you have problems that are similar to that because you're psychic. Where I live, doctors and the police have a lot of problems with Hollywood. They don't like their movies they make. They think that they're degrading and that they make fun of them. So nobody where I live likes the Church of Scientology either. And that church doesn't like hospitals. So where I live, lots of people don't like psychics, especially if they're making movies and music. If you read the Bible, you will note that Jesus was a psychic prophet shaman and he knew everybody's business. So what Hollywood does is have their psychic prophet shamans visit tons of cities, and they move into different neighborhoods, and they go to different motels, and they travel all around America, and then they go back to Hollywood, and then they make movies, psychic prophet shaman movies about the cities they visited, and lots of doctors and police don't like the movies they make. So they pick on all the new psychic prophet shamans. So I am a psychic prophet shaman. I never have lied about it. When Yahweh first made me a psychic prophet shaman, I made sure I made a poster about it, and I put the poster on my refrigerator, so my whole family could see that I was now a psychic prophet shaman. I am a woman, not a man, so I expect to be treated with respect wherever I go. And I think everything is abusive. I think this motel is abusive because the walls are thin, and I think it was made for perverts to be able to stay here and listen to other people in the rooms have sex. So perverts can come stay here and spend the night and listen to the people in the room next door having sex. There was somebody in the room next to me the other day, and I could hear everything they were doing. The man was talking real loud. In the last motel I stayed at, I could hear the man and the woman having sex, the bed squeaking and all the noises. And those walls were thinner than the walls in this motel. In this motel, the walls are made like in a jail. So it's really good for this sounds really good for my videos. So that's something that perverts do. They make motels so the people in the rooms next door can listen to the other people having sex. That's degrading to women. I personally don't want to hear anybody having sex. I have 3 kids, and me and my ex-husband used to have sex at least every day. I don't find sex interesting. I find it boring. I've already had sex before. There's nothing exciting about it. I'm single. I personally masturbate. That's easy. It's enjoyable, and you don't have to deal with another person. In 2 minutes, you have an orgasm without ever having to look at anybody or talk to anybody. So I'm too old to find anything about sex interesting, and I don't find anybody else's sex life interesting. And that's the end of today's I'm a Psychic Progress Shaman.